We are now into the first annual Buckhorn Puck-Off. We have our judges tasting the different entries.
Hey you, fuck off!
We are being tested for texture, taste. The judges are hard at work.
Two-thirds milk and one-third evaporated milk.
Whoa!
And that's nutmeg, and that's the recipe.
And oatmeal.
Oh yes, and oatmeal. For number one. Okay, go away.
Number one was interesting. I really wasn't sure how to pinpoint it. I was starting to feel very kind of Indian, herbally. Not sure, but it was the nutmeg, and I couldn't identify the nutmeg. I was saying it was curry, it was cumin, it was interesting. It was different. I mean, it had good texture. I might have gone with more sweetness than herbaliness, but can't fault you for that.
The texture for yours was probably my favorite out of all of the other pucks because, well, it's classic and it had the classic puck oatmeal feel in your mouth, and it actually kept warm, which was surprising. So I like that. It was a bit bland, and I could tell that you were trying to find like a warm, herby, almost kind of sweet spice, but it could have used a little bit more. So the blandness is what was your downfall.
These are people. Here's my comment. Number one, gummy.
Gummy.
Did you say dummy?
Gummy.
Gummy. Not dummy.
I said it just needs more flavor.
Okay.
I felt it was very important to stay true to the original recipe for fried mush. I used a very old recipe. My recipe was straight off the box. And there
is no box.
There was one twist.
It came in a can.
There was one twist. When I floured, I decided, maybe I'll add a little crunch. So I decided to add 2/3 flour, 1/3 panko crumbs. And that's my recipe.
Yes.
This puck was my favorite, my personal favorite. Classic, texture, flavor, heartiness, the kind of thing you expect in the mountains, like the maple syrup, the butter, it just hit the spot.
Okay, and I thought it was very palatable, nice and buttery. And what was interesting about this puck was it was crunchy on the outside, but there was like this gooey center. Again, it's not a classic texture that a puck would normally have, but it's a nice spin-off for if you want something different.
Now that I know my comment is wrong, here's my one comment. Buttery.
And I was the
only one who didn't use butter.
I said the syrup saved it.
The syrup saved it.
My recipe was, I don't remember. But it obviously was very good. And I'm confident that the judges will see that it was the best.
Puck number 3. This was my second place puck. I give it kudos for inventiveness and originality. I especially like the touch with the apples and the cinnamon. Maybe a little bit overcooked. And not quite sweet enough. So it got edged out by the classic puck. But all in all, a very good puck.
Well, this was my favorite. I gave it a 7 and then an extra brownie point for creativity because it looked different from everybody else's. It also tasted different. There was a taste that was not present in the other pucks. Could use a little bit more contrast in texture though, so that was the one downfall that I had for that puck.
Try ball bearings next time.
Yeah.
No, this is my favorite. I like the cinnamon raisin enhanced oatmeal flavor, and this one had a little lighter texture to me, which I liked.
Nice.
I said it was bomb. That was my favorite one.
And there you go. For my puck, I decided to go the Bobby Flay route. So I made the regular oatmeal, however I used half water and half milk. And then for a special one, and then I cooked it. And then afterwards I took it off and like put in some pancake batter inside. And then I thought, you know, it really needs something else. So I chopped up some almonds and coated it with almonds and roasted it in the pan so you get the nutty flavor. And then put some syrup on it and dabbed it off with a little shot of whipped cream.
Get the hook, get her out.
It had a nice consistency. I especially like the nuttiness in the puck. It kind of gave it a little bit more chewiness. I would have again preferred a little more sweetness in it. I scored it, well, about midway.
Puck number 4 and puck number 1 we're basically on the same level regarding flavor, but puck number 4 had one more point on me. It was a brownie point for texture because I liked how you added the nuts and it just gave it lots of variety and what made it kind of stand out as like in comparison to puck number 1. So yeah.
A non-puck eater prior to this judging. Again, I have minimal comments.
You mean you were
Number 4,
puck 3?
I said, nice crunch.
Comments and
Nutty and nice.
Best texture.
Best
Best texture.
It's going to be more like,
Yeah, for music
puck
and
number
animals.
1. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? This is ridiculous.
Starting from the worst to the best.
Yes.
Why'd you look at
might as well.
I had to remember. Okay, in last place with 23 points out of 40 is Tom. Third place with 27 points out of 40 is Eileen. Four.
She was,
Number 4.
Number 4 and Tom was number
1.
Number 1? Okay.
In second place with 29 points out of 40 is Kirsten.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
First place
I want the.
with 33 points is
I want
Mark.
a recount.
There'll be no living with him now.
Congratulations. Britt, you're gonna have to stand in front of me.
Yeah.